Dragon Ball Super Card Game Fusion World Top 16 NA decks. Let's go, guys. Look at this awful chart. Yes, look at the face of the new meta. My god. Okay, yeah, so these are the top 16 decks from the latest NA regionals. And before we dive into the lists, huge shout out to the Coffee Club, our lovely patrons. These are our $2 and our patrons that buy us coffee. They keep this crazy content grind going. And guys, thanks out for your support. If you wish to join the Coffee Club, link to a patron is in the description below. And I think that's about everything. Roll the video. Okay guys, here we are, top 16, let's go. First off, I have heard that there were 130 plus players, from what I've heard. But I've placed 100 plus because I wasn't sure. Still, it's a big number. It's a very big number, especially considering that it is the summer and a lot of people aren't traveling to events. They're on holidays and such. So, first place, Baby. This is amazing. Massive congratulations to the Baby player. Absolutely insane. Flat out insane. And it's also funny because yesterday someone was asking on the main Facebook group, like, hey, has anyone seen success with Baby? Yeah, here you go. I mean, like, insane. Congrats. Congratulations to everyone, by the way. And now, let's go. Second place, third, fourth are all Kid Boos. So we have just, replaced the previous form of Boo from the other metas with the, Kid Boo basically. So Boo just keeps evolving. Then we have fifth place, Yellow Vegeta. Yeah, absolute Chad Yellow Vegeta shows up and still beats a couple of Boos and gets fifth place. Congratulations. Then Kid Boo again. Then we have a one Evil Boo showing up. Okay, just one Evil Boo. That's fine. Then we go to Red Cell. And I'm very happy to see this. I'm a huge fan of how Red Cell was designed because I prefer to have flavor in games. I want the decks to feel like characters from the show. And I love that this is happening and that the Cell deck is good. And I hope Bandai continues with this design like a flavorful and powerful at the same time. Congratulations. Then Kid Boo again, then Red Cell again, then Kid Boo again, then SS Daima Goku. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool, SS Daima Goku. Congratulations. Then we have Kid Boo again, then Android 18. And this one is very interesting. I have read some polarizing opinions on Facebook where some players who I believe, some players I know say like, hey, 18 might be the better choice here. They're saying like, no, it is just Cell. Cell is amazing. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this develops. So we will have more events coming out very soon. Then we have another Red Cell and then wrapping it up with a Kid Boo. So, yeah, those were the top 16. Congratulations to everyone, and let's dive into the deck lists. Quick note, we have a TCGPLAYER affiliate link in the description below. If you're buying any of these cards, please consider using our TCGPLAYER link. It helps us out a lot, and especially when we are now increasing and scaling up. Guys, some amazing things are coming, and every little bit helps. Alright guys, you know the drill. I am back with Deck Planet, the best deck builder in the world, and let's start. First off, you will be able to find these results later on the meta page, but if you go to the website now and go filter under competitive decks, they will be visible. So let's start. First place, Dbscg. This is probably the most appropriate goddamn name considering what this man just pulled off with Baby. Congratulations. First place with Baby, and as you can see here, there is nothing new, like no new cards. So what do we have here? We have the Gogetas. Gogeta is insane. Gogeta from set 6 SR is amazing. I'll die on the hill that he should have been in set 5, but okay. We have the Glorios. You have like the standard package. This is a very, very standard Baby list. There is nothing here that's like, okay, other than like newer edition. that's like, hey, like this is a super spice. This just shows how an exceptionally amazing pilot this player is. Absolute congratulations. Then we have second place Nick Brady's Kid Boo. Congratulations, Nick. And this one is probably going to be the template for the other ones that we will be seeing. So what do we have here? A bunch of cantrips, ways to rest your opponent's cards, and then we are moving into Babidi. Yeah, there has been a lot of talk about Babidi online, which, you know, at the end of the turn, give something blocker, and then you just give this Boo blocker, and now you have a barrier blocker in Fusion World, a game that doesn't have a way to get rid of barrier. That, yeah, not problematic, not at all. Then we have 4 copies of the Hand Destruction Boo, so draw 1, your opponent pitches 1. 2 copies of the Dual Attacker 30k, and also 2 copies of the other Dual Attacker. This one though says that, hey, you need to pitch a card from hand. This one says, hey, you need to KO something. One of the Babidi, because of course you will still always run this card. 4 copies of the SR Boo. This card is, yeah. If this card were in Masters, it would still be broken, because this is insane. But yeah, on play when KO, draw a card, rest everything. Cost 5 or less, so it's basically everything. Yeah. 4 copies of the Goku that just locks something. 4 copies of the double striker Boo, and then you can cheat another card in. 3 of the newest rare Boo as well, and you know, the super combo is a super combo. That's basically it. So that is the second place list. Congrats. Let's go. Third place, Sawyer's Kid Boo. Like I've said, the first one is basically a template. The card pool is not really that big to be able to just switch and come up with a bunch of spice. This is almost the exactly same list. Almost exactly the same. The difference is that this one is running Hercule. It just draws a card. So yeah. This one is running Hercule to draw. This one is running Yamo and Piccolo. Yeah. And then the rest is basically the same. I think almost literally the same. So congratulations, Sawyer. Then we have a 4th place. Sir Jordan's 4th place Boo. So this one is a tad bit different. Just a tad bit different. It is running 4 copies of BBD. So you play BBD, you look at top 5, you grab something, and then you bottom deck, because God forbid you shuffled. And also 3 copies of Final Explosion. Okay, so choose all of your opponent's battle cards, cost 3 or less, switch into rest mode, then choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards, cost 4 or less, and KO them. So a bit of field control here. And other than that, do we have any? No, I think everything else is well. This deck is also running 4 copies of the Good Boo. So Self-Awakener, and also if your leader has Majin special trait, you choose 1 card with cost 5 or less in opponent's battle area in rest mode, of course, and it can switch. So locking opponent again. However, it is important to note that this list is not running Gokus. Instead, it is just running 4 of these Boo to keep your opponent locked. Okay, nice. Jordan, absolute congratulations. Then we have 5th place, Poseidon's Yellow Vegeta. Okay, let's see. How does Yellow Vegeta fare in this cruel world of Boo just resting all of your shit constantly. Sure, let's see. 2 copies of Janemba. Okay. When it comes to new cards, that's what I'm most interested in, but I will go over everything for all of you who are just listening. 4 Yamos, 3 Final Explosions, 3 of the Frieza SCR, of course, Super Combos, 2 copies of the other Frieza SCR, the 6 cost, 2 copies of Rakshasa, 2 of the Blue Power Awakening, 1 Fierce Hyper Beam, and then 4 results of training, 4 Bulmas, 2 of the Psyche Demon, 2 energy absorptions, and now we get into the new package of cards, and that is 4 Majin Buu Pure Evils, 3 Babidis, of course 3 Barrier Boos, 4 Gokus that, the ones that lock SSB Gokus, and 2-time rewinds. So yeah, a bunch of extra cards to help you stay alive, to buff you, to help you control the state of the game a bit, and then just hiding behind barrier blocker bows, because that is a genuine tactic. It is insane that these things just can't be removed. And then of course you have your Friezas here to help out as well. Congratulations, absolute congratulations. Then we have 6th place, Big J's Boo. You remember the thing that I said about the template? So yeah, it's basically the same. It is basically the same as the previous list, except this one runs only 1 final explosion, and that's it. Like that is it. Everything else is mostly the same as in previous lists. But hey, this is not. Don't take this as a diss or anything. This is just like, hey, if it works, it works. You don't fix what isn't broken. Then we have Cheaters 7th place Boo. This is the Evil Boo list. So yeah, there were a lot of talks about Evil Boo, like, okay, is this going to continue being as dominant now with, Babidi? But, most people knew that it's just gonna be the Kid Boo. But it's cool to see what an Evil Boo list looks like. When it comes to new cards, 2 copies of the Kid Boo, the free cost 25k crit dude, 4 copies of the one that switches everything to rest mode, of course. 4 copies of the Fat Boo from the manga set, the Self-Awakener, 3 Gokus, and then, the standard 4 of every Boo thing ever. 1 Results of Training, 4 copies of the newest 1-cost Boo, the one that is basically Frieza, and 3 copies of the other Pure Evil 30k 2-drop, when attacking at the end of the battle KO this card. So yeah, that was the Evil Boo. Then we have our first cell at 8th place. Let's look at it. Okay, so for cell players out there, 4 copies of Android 16, that's basically what you have to play. You have your 18 Cantrip, you have the SR18 as well, 3 copies of Flappe, because Flappe is really, really good. A recovery piece for 1 energy is amazing. 1 of the old Goku's, the Double Strikers from the starter deck. So the 35k Double Striker Goku. When it comes to super combos, again, that doesn't matter, but it's like Android 20. Then 3 copies of the new 16. Okay. 3 copies of 17. Also the newest one. On play, discard 1 battle card with Android in special traits. And if your leader is an Android, you draw 2. This is cool. This helps you draw when... This helps you draw when you're thinking like, okay, I might not be able to satisfy, the conditions of my leader to draw here. Then that's cool. Like, I'm locked, yeah, no problem. Play this, pitch something, and then draw 2 cards. That's great. Plus, you get rid of useless cards in hand, just to dig more for your pieces. 1 SR Android 18, yeah. You have to play this, and that's it. Like, 4 copies of it. Probably one of the best cards in the deck. 3 copies of the other one, the Blocker Self-Awakener, the 2 cost 20k. 4 Self-Destructs. 4, oh my god, I keep clicking on the side. 4 Self-Destructs. And that's it for the extra cards. Only that. And then the cell chain is 4. So a playset of everything except the 1 cost. Because, yeah, I'm trying to say most of the cards for people who are just listening to audio. So it's everything except the 1 cost, because that one is absolute shit. Then 2 copies of the SSB Vegeta SR. 4 Cell Juniors. Okay, because yeah, it's a free play. It's a 15k free play. Okay, you do play it. And then on play it gives something minus 5k. that's fine. It's still a free play, so that's amazing. And 2 copies of the Androids Duo. Okay, so that is the first cell. Again, probably the template for the other ones. Let's go. 9th place, Hurricane GL. Congratulations, mate. His Kid Buu, let's take a look, and it's basically the same again. It is basically the same again, except this one is, well, this one, to be fair, is running a couple of different pieces, 2 BBDs, and also 3 of the 25k free drop Kid Buus with crit. Okay, and 2 final explosions. Nice. Alright, and then the rest is basically the same. As well, it's worth noting as well that this deck is also running 4 copies of the Good Buu. Then we have 10th place Doug's Red Cell. And like I've said, your template, it's basically identical. It's almost identical to the previous one. The only difference is that this one runs 1 self-destruct less, and it runs 2 promo 17s. And when it comes to the chain, 1 SR less. So, okay, and then the rest is basically Red Cell. Now another Kid Buu, Monarchs, congratulations. Let's see. This version runs 4 BBDs, and it runs 2 Kid Buus, the free cost 25 crit. So 4 BBDs, 3 Kid Buus, 3 final explosions, and the rest is standard. Also worth noting that this is, I think, the only version so far that runs 4 copies of the newest Buu Rare. Yeah, the 15k. Congrats. Then SS Daimagoku, the one anti-hero, shows up. Congratulations. Let's see, 2 copies of It Is Over. Okay, yeah. Then we also have 2 copies of Awakening to Super Saiyan, a bunch of Daima cards. You know, you have your Glorios here, you have your promo Gokus here, the 20ks. When it comes to non-Daima package, you're running 4 copies of Hit to help you awaken and to minus things. Yeah, very, very old card. This brings back memories from set 1. And then 3 copies of Android 16. Because it's still a 20k that draws you a card. So that's cool. And you also have the minus 20 effect. Then, yeah, the Keba Super Combo, and the rest is basically the Red Daima package. However, it also runs 4 copies of Margarita. So on play, if your leader is awakened, choose one of your battle cards to give it plus 10k, and it's also a 10k combo. So yeah, the rest is just Red Daima. Congratulations. 13th place, Mimikry's Kid Buu. Okay, this one, to be fair, this one is different. Let's see. 2 copies of the Stroke Buu, the free cost 20k Buu who had a stroke. Sure, okay, first time that we are seeing this one on the lists. And 4 copies of the Barrier Blocker, combined with 4 copies of Babidi, of course. I mean, Barrier. Well, effectively Barrier Blocker card, right? 4 copies of Babidi to just keep giving him blocker. And then we have Final Explosion, Energy Absorption at 2 copies, and Blue Power Awakening at 2 copies. Nice. Okay. So this is probably like when it comes to card diversity, this is one of the more creative ones. But yeah, Barrier Blockers. Let's go. 14th place, Android 18 from Danny Hype. Congratulations. So going through the list, we have 16 at 3 copies. We have our standard 1-drops. This list is... something is off, though, on this list. Okay, so the list has been... what? Yeah, no, actually, nothing is off. Ha! This is very fucking cool. Okay, so this list is effectively Cell. It is Cell, the engine and everything, but with Android 18 leader. Nice. Nice, I'm going through it and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? I have seen this before. Okay, this is awesome. So, running Goku, the 5 cost, 4 copies of the Droids Duo, the free drop rare, 3 of the 2 cost 15k Android 18, you know, the one that on your turn gets plus 5k and is a self-awakener. And then from the manga set, 4 copies of 17 to drop, 4 copies of the 18 SR, 2 copies of the self-awakener blocker Android 18, 3 self-destructs, and then you go into the cell chain. 4 of each, at least when it comes to the non-SRs. So 4 cost, 4 cost, and then 2 SRs. That combined with Cell Juniors and 2 copies of Instant Transmission Kamehameha, and then just rounding it up with 4 Piccolos. Yeah, it's basically Cell. It is basically Cell. But it's so cool. Congratulations, Danny. Then we have another Cell, Card Troopers, congrats. So yeah, this one, oh my god, this one runs, this man, someone give this man a medal. He's running the 1 cost Cell at 4 copies. That is a bold soul. Congratulations, mate. 4 of the 16 this time around, and yeah, it's normal. It's, you know, the normal cell chain, 4-4-3 instead of 4-4-4, but also running 4 copies of the 1 drop, and you know, 4 self-destructs. Nice, congrats. And finally, we have 16th place, Geo's Boo. This Boo is yeah, this is Evil Boo. So I mean Kid Boo. Sorry. Yeah, 4 BBDs. 3 final explosions, and then basically the rest is the same, right? 4 copies of the rare from the manga set, and yeah, it's a Boo. We have seen 7 of them so far. They're pretty much the same. So yeah, guys, those were the deck lists. That's it for the video. Let me know in the comments below, what is your opinion on the NA Regionals breakdown? Is this what you have expected? Are you sad that blue is dead, basically? Green nowhere to be found. Has anything surprised you here? I mean, other than the baby. I think baby surprised everyone. Wonder where that meta Bardock deck is, though. Like, Bardock meta deck. Where the fuck is that? Anyway, so yeah, I'm just talking shit. So anyways, let me know in the comments below. I read all of your comments. I try to respond to everything. I love our little community. And while you're here, hit those like and subscribe buttons. Help us get to 6k subs when I'm gonna give away a box of codes. This has been Damien from the Lookout, and I'll see all of you in the next video.